So almost every day, I get someone coming up to me and asking me, Nick, how can I hit the ball further? I'm a fit guy. I should be able to hit the ball further than I do. And the very simple answer to that is your kinetic sequence is not efficient. Okay, and what I mean by that is the way you move your body, you're not getting the most out of it. There's a better way to do it. So let's break it down for a second on what we actually do in the golf swing, or what people think they want to do when they're swinging the golf club. A lot of people think they want to go all the way back, everything goes back, and then everything comes through. It's all kind of one motion. Everything goes back and everything comes through. And that's one way of performing this act of hitting a golf ball. But that to me is kind of like if I take this golf ball and do a shot put. Okay, so if I do a shot put, everything goes back and I throw it and everything goes through. And and that's one way to throw a ball. And I only threw that about 20 feet. But there's a more efficient way of doing that. And the more efficient way of doing that is kind of like pitching the golf ball. If I pitch this ball, I'm going to throw it at least 10 times further than that. So let's break down the difference in the art of motion there. So someone that's doing shot put, everything back, everything through. One way to do motion, not very efficient. What does a pitcher do? Let's break that down for a second. So a pitcher sets up, leans in, his lower body goes forward, his upper body goes back. So he's creating a lever. He's stretching the muscles. The body uses elastic energy. We want to stretch them and let them fire. So let me do that again. Comes in, lower body goes forward, upper body goes back. Then his torso goes forward and his arm goes back. So he's creating that lever, that stretch. Then the elbow comes forward and the wrist goes back. Then the wrist comes forward and the hand goes back. So he's creating all these levers, elastic energy, and that's how you can get more leverage and throw the ball a lot further than a shot put. So now let's compare that back to a golf swing. So like I said, most people think this is what they want to do. They think they want everything to go back, everything to go through. And that's kind of like throwing a shot put, not an efficient use of motion. So what we want to do is make a better kinetic chain, a better kinetic link, just like pitching a golf ball. So what actually happens in the golf swing, and I have a shaft here, you can grab a golf bag, use a bag stand, anything you want on the side, and I'd suggest you get a mirror as well so you can see yourself do this. And what we want to do, and you always hear the saying you want to start from the ground up, so what does that actually mean? And this is what it means. We're going to go back, and then actually as you go back, the lower body starts moving forward. So I want you to go up to the top and get used to starting, knee first, so hits the shaft. So I'm up at the top, I'm over here, knee hits, hip hits, the obliques hit, then the shoulder hits. So it's ground up. So you're getting that stretch and fire. Just like the pitcher starting with his lower body, you're going to be starting with your lower body. Okay, so that's just a good way to conceptualize what we want to do here. Then there's a few plyometric drills that can help you out on this. So one would be a baseball swing. So I'd want you set up, you can hit balls or not, and it's a baseball drill. And what I mean by that is you're just going to take your regular setup. Then what I want you to do is actually step back, so your foot's back to your back foot. So you bring your front foot back to your back foot. Now try not to lose your posture as you do this, because most people kind of stand up as they do this. So keep your posture, bring it back. And what I want you to get used to doing is as you take the club back, I want you to actually step forward. So you get that separation between your upper and lower body. So I'm in this position. Once the hands get to my belt, I step and swing. And that will force you to get the lower body starting early. So if you work on your kinetic sequence, you're going to be able to get a lot more speed in your swing, and that in turn will make the ball go a lot further.